littering and thus committing a crime a record 3 seconds after having been released.
George.
Getting stabbed and having literally no reaction to it whatsoever.
She's my mother, Diggle. She's not the kind of person who would
have her husband disappeared.
Good job, writers. Next time I'd go with have her husband made to disappear, as this actually makes sense.
And if your mother is lying to you,
and she didn't know any of the names on the list.
Actually, she never said whether she did or didn't know any of the names. That subject never came up, so take 5 cents for not even writing this episode coherently thus far.
There's no evidence of foul play.
There's no evidence of foul play after a criminal was released from prison, and in the same day that his lawyer goes missing, he moves into the guy's home. How the hell do you work that one out? Hearing the sound of gunfire coming from somewhere really close by and not running towards the house instinctively.
what I learned in prison.
What is the sense in killing all of his bodyguards, people that may or may not have done anything wrong in their entire lives, just to get some info to get the boss locked up who you know has killed dozens of people?
Are you seriously taking his side? He's been lying to me for weeks.
Yeah, it feels like crap, doesn't it?
Technically she didn't lie to you, since she never told you, for example, I'm not talking to the hood, and what she was doing was technically still work, so she's okay on that angle too.
I'm not letting her do anything, okay? I only just found out about it because she accidentally slipped up on one of her many lies.
I'm not sure you can call it slipping up when she voluntarily tells you an entire story. This makes it sound like she accidentally said at dinner, oh, I'm meeting up with Jennifer tomorrow. Tossing a knife to someone when you are close enough to hand it over.
What's this for?
Baking.
To say you fight like a girl would be a compliment.
That's genuinely sexist.
I was just leaving you a message.
Because there's no way it could literally be anyone else at the door.
I love a girl who can take care of herself.
After instinctively attacking the other two men straight away, she, for some unknown reason, pauses when met with a man she believes is a serial killer.
But can't block a taser.
Unless, of course, you block the hand using said taser?
And even if he were to take them out,
Being unable to hear gunshots from inside the house.
24 is the exact number of arrows he carries in his quiver and flechettes around his forearm.
Well, that's pretty dumb. There are people that count bullets that they've shot to ensure they know when to reload, and someone who is as well trained as Oliver wasn't counting his slow-firing arrows.
Excuse me? Can you help me? He's really heavy.
He doesn't hear a woman coming down the metal stairs in heels behind him. Also, for some reason, she decides the time to ask for help is when she snuck right up behind the guy.
And these infrared images show there are at least 10 soldiers guarding the perimeter at any given time.
How is he getting these satellite images? And if they're from a while back, since I don't see any printers or equipment in that plane, how does he know that they're even up to date? That's 2 cents for not explaining.
They're gonna see us. They're going to see you. Wait! Stop!
No, they're seeing both of you since you're right in front of them. You know, unless they're blind soldiers? Screaming and giving yourself away because why not?
Skyhawk 801 Foxtrot. Please repeat.
Of all creatures that breathe and move upon the earth.
Not born, bred. Nothing is bred that's weaker than man.
Oh my god, just tell them already. If they were slightly suspicious to start with, the ultra-long silences aren't going to make them any more trusting.
I'm a man of my word. You made the right call today, turning in your young castaway.
How exactly did he turn him in when they were talking inside a tent when the boss man just walked in? It's not like he hit a panic button or called for anyone or anything.
I hope it's alright. Your system looked like it was from the 80s, and not the good part of the 80s.
So to be clear, they're saying that during the night she went out and bought 3 monitors and a new computer and a new desk chair because his system was old and she didn't like that.
Don't worry though, you did exactly as I asked, so it's just unconsciousness for you.
Unconscious?
Well, he didn't have to frackin' do that now, did he? Leave a like if you get the reference.
Last week, the vigilante nearly made my children orphans.
I'm not sure a 27-year-old would consider himself an orphan if he lost his parents. Incredibly dumb criminal snatches a bag and then runs directly towards a fence.
Really? You wouldn't happen to have his name? Thank you so much.
Illegally giving out customer information to a random person on the other end of the telephone.
Oh yes, Cass. God rest his soul.
Having 2 people from Battlestar Galactica in one episode equals a sin removed for me. I loved that show. It would appear that young Gaius Baltar informed the showrunner that sliding over the hood of a car was too much, and so a stunt actor performed the easiest stunt of his life here.
That brooch was donated by the Queen family. If you want it, you're gonna have to bid.
Actually though, I thought I'd just take it.
He does this right in the middle of the room, where if she screamed and said he was stealing the brooch, like 100 people could stop him from ever being able to get out of that room.
You've got quite the choice to make, don't you?
Not this time. Your median nerve's been severed.
In fact, last night, I went on a date. The guy was kind of a jerk.
Calling him a jerk because he simply said that he didn't want to talk about the horrible things he went through on the island. That's kind of a dick move.
The other half when the job is done.
Real-time money transfer app with inbuilt phone call ability and sound effects.
The undertaking which we set for ourselves is only months from fruition.
There's no chair for the main bad guy, unless he likes to stand for entire meetings?
Check, please.
Asking for the check when they haven't even eaten their meal. I mean, the guy only just came up and delivered it at the start of the scene a few minutes ago. When you can't be bothered to continue fighting, it's sometimes best to pretend a fancy move actually hits you and then lay down. These 2 don't just kill their target, but instead just stand there looking at him.
I'm sorry. I'm okay. I'm okay.
Bulletproof armor that can stop sniper rifle rounds.
He's still gonna need medical attention to fully clean out his system, you understand? Okay.
Thank you.
Tear? No tear. So to be clear, she fired a single bolt into him, stopped and loaded another, and then shot that one as well, rather than say one to the heart or head. Island CGI looks very CGI-y.
Let him go!
Okay, now just go punch her and take her out. But I bet he won't.
You know, money isn't everything.
Spoken like someone who's got it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to get back to my life of crime.
It's wonderful that they managed to find the show a male version of Thea. The most pointless fighting move in the history of stupid pointless moves.
Give me Frank Bertinelli!
It was always a pretty dumb idea going up against at least 2 armed officers in the front and maybe even 1 more in the back whilst your only weapon is a single loading crossbow.
You won't shoot me. You're not a murderer.
No, because he is a murderer.
I practiced that move.
I'm sorry, I'm adding 5 cents for that. One man being able to stand on someone's wrist and also pull him away at the same time.
Well, I guess I just thought deep down that you were gonna help Mom accept things. Things you and I accepted?
What the actual fuck? Is she seriously saying that she asked her father to look into the idea that her sister could still be alive just so that he'd turn around and convince the mother that she's dead? How retarded is that?
Stranger things have happened.
Yeah, I can see that.
Dear God, now it's her turn to start acting like a moron in this show. Take 5 sins while you're at it for this nonsense writing. Dropping the camera on the floor for some reason continued the feed for a second and then randomly cut out.
Very well.
Oh, thank you.
Sometimes movies and TV shows can often take heroes and villains disappearing in an instant to the extreme, and this is definitely one of those times. Here's an empty street, no houses nearby, no towers to hook onto. She turns around for less than 3 seconds and he's completely disappeared. I call major BS here, and so I'm giving 5 sins.